are live once again Saturday right here with your host Dawood Bedrosian. Real Sense Now. Got a special show for you today that I want to be sharing with you. If you guys are tuning in for the first time and you don't know what our show is all about, we've designed this show called Real Sense Now so that we can give you the facts on what's trending as a buyer or seller, ways to find some cool, lucrative investments. More importantly, provide you with a way through owning real estate to be able to create wealth. Because I say this all the time, real estate is the cheat code to your success plus a whole lot more. And of course, if you're tuning in right now to the show on Real Sense Now, we're here to give you a real sense on both the current conditions and the opportunities, as well as the challenges that many of you are experiencing, especially if you're looking to delve into this market at this point in time. And I run into people all the time when I'm out and about, and right after hello, I normally get the following series of questions asked. It's almost like machine gun session, one after the other. How's the market? Where are the prices going? Are these home prices going to go down further? Would it be a better time to buy 3 months from now, 6 months from now? When would be a good time to invest? And more importantly, what should I be investing in? I know you're probably thinking, here's another real estate show trying to push some real estate in a time where we're definitely experiencing a lot of uncertainty in the market and we really don't know where the future lies ahead. Well, I can tell you one thing. We experienced the same thing when COVID hit in March, April 2020, and everybody was wondering whether it was going to be another reflection of what we experienced in 2008, or were we going to experience something different? Nobody could really tell because we didn't have a crystal ball in front of us. But I can tell you what we did experience. House prices went up drastically over the last 2 years, causing for a significant growth market, not only here in Florida, but throughout the country as well too. But we are in unprecedented times once again. We have economic disruptions that we've experienced in the last few years. You know, it started off with the COVID pandemic, the economic bubble, if we would like to call it that. We've been experiencing significant layoffs, about 130,000 thus far just in the tech industry. 34% decrease in home sales due to high mortgage interest rates that basically took a nosedive right about summer of 2022. And with an additional 6.8% reduction anticipated in home sales in 2023, a lot of the people are wondering whether they should wait this out or not. But amidst a looming recession ahead, it can give you a glimpse of what an upcoming downturn may look like, but also what challenges and, more importantly, what opportunities specifically for new businesses can be born, or where investors can invest, especially when it comes to real estate. So counterintuitively, these kind of challenges actually create the perfect condition for new opportunities to be born and built. It's times like this where you, the entrepreneur, can thrive in the most tumultuous times of turmoil. All you have to do is channel those fears and respond to the environment that you're in to shape and create a new path during this disruption. For those non-conformists, I said this last week, unafraid to question the convention and try something new, today's show is exactly what this is all about. But more importantly, focused on a very key asset class that I stumbled on when I was going through my email. My friend Sean Moore, who owns Vodacy, wrote an interesting blog that went something like this. He says, data shows us that the vacation rental industry has more cause to stay optimistic than despair, especially as travel tailwinds still have the power to overcome economic headwinds. And it resonated with me because I'm sitting here halfway across the country, and my friend Sean is in Utah. And he goes on to saying, with employment remaining strong, because the numbers actually are for unemployment right now are at about 3.5%. The last time we experienced these record low numbers was January 2020, right before the COVID pandemic. You find that a lot of people's interests are turning towards travel. They want to diversify when it comes to affordable experiences. And what better way can you pack up more people under one roof on a vacation than by staying at one of these many short-term vacation rentals? And we started to see this be the case in spite of a recession supposedly on hand here. If you were to come and visit Orlando during the holidays, you couldn't get into Disney on many of the days because those days were blacked out. There were so many tourists that were here that we experienced record numbers when it came to occupancy here as well too. Let's go back to March 2021. In March 2021, there was a statistic that said occupancy in the Orlando vacation rental market went up from 84%, hovering to 99%. There were people coming into town literally calling me going, do you know anybody that I can rent a home for? Because I've gone on these 3 or 4 portals. There's nothing available to rent. In turn, I went back to my property managers to go and ask them if there was anything that was available for them. Once again, nothing there as well too. But it's clear that 2023 is definitely going to be more of a mature market for those people that are looking to get into it. We've already experienced that growth and things are starting to stabilize in a good way because people who have made these investments have the opportunity now to thrive. Thrive because they have built up their portfolio, they have invested in these properties, the prices have stabilized, and the more realistic numbers for the people that are traveling into the markets are here to stay. Why? Our borders are open now. There's people that are visiting from all parts of the world, as opposed to before when they couldn't come and our markets were more domestically focused. In addition to that, you also have the investors that are coming in from places like Canada that are experiencing astronomical home prices where they were like, listen, let me go out and purchase a property in Florida, take advantage of getting away from the winter and have a lifestyle asset that I can use. By the way, that's not my term. That's a term that my friend Sean from Vodyssey created. And I just love so much because it just aligns with a lot of the stuff that we talk about here on the show, and started to come and invest into this market as well too. Now, you have people from other parts of the world, namely South America, going through a lot of economic changes with more and more conservative, socialist, whatever type of governments that they have. And they want to start moving their funds out of their economies and start investing it into a safer place. What safer country can you think of in terms of parking your cash than the United States? And remember, we're not investing in crypto. We're not investing in the stock market. A real estate asset is here to stay. It's tangible. You can touch it. You can use it. And more importantly, you can gain cash flow from it. It appreciates over time. And no matter what's going on in the economy, whether the economy goes up or down, real estate always appreciates upwardly over time. I'm so excited to be able to bring on my next guest, Sean Moore. He's the guide, if you may. He is the person that's going to lead not only new, but experienced investors along the way to guide them, to aid them in the process of creating a portfolio of lifestyle assets. Sean has been in the industry for over 22 years and built a long-term rental portfolio that has now totaled over 1,000 properties. Really excited to bring him on the show because he's actually created a community, a culture around what it is to be a short-term vacation investor, how to grow a portfolio, and really walk you through the steps. So I'm really happy to have Sean on the show. I've been communicating with Sean for the last couple of days, and our philosophies, if you may, have kind of really aligned with one another. Sean is on the opposite side of the country in Utah, and I am here in Florida. We've been talking about a bird's eye view on why people are getting into the vacation market. We echo a lot of the same sentiments in the same space here. And the reality of the situation is this. One of the greatest things about owning short-term vacation rentals, especially if you're in a market that can accommodate them, is that they are a great investment. They have the potential to generate a steady stream of income. It is a property or a business, depending on how you run it, that you can actually take advantage of being an absentee owner, living in another part of the country, and being able to take advantage of owning assets that generate profits for you, cash flow for you, essentially while you're sleeping. You definitely need to have a strong team around you in order to accommodate that business model. There's a lot of people that are active investors in it, and for you, essentially while you're sleeping. You definitely need to have a strong team around you in order to accommodate that business model. There's a lot of people that are active investors in it and participate in the process by managing the rentals themselves, by promoting the properties, by marketing the properties. And it's definitely something that I would recommend as well too. We talked about appreciation. It's another important aspect of how owning a property like this in a market that can support that type of asset class. Think about it this way. These types of vacation rental properties can exist in almost every environment. People are buying vacation properties in places like Costa Rica so that you can go and experience that jungle retreat. It could be a wellness lifestyle product that you're offering that you can couple with, yoga and meditation. You could also do it where it's a eco retreat, where you're doing a number of activities such as 4x4s or learning how to surf or, doing mountain hikes. It could be in a place like Utah in the mountains or in Colorado, or it could be a Disney vacation property right here in your backyard where you can take advantage of having the right environment for you to have guests that are naturally visiting here to opt for a place for them to stay, have more utilization of a home, game rooms, swimming pool, amenities, and you can definitely house more people under one roof. There's so much more about why short-term vacation rentals are becoming more and more popular with time. And it's basically because of technology. Today, more than ever, technology and the platforms that are available to us by simply clicking a couple of buttons on few apps on a phone can help you generate a new business. If it wasn't for platforms such as Airbnb, VRBO, just to name a few, or big property management companies that are aiding you in terms of thriving and profiting through these investments, we would not be able to have such a flourishing short-term vacation rental market throughout this country. And I'm telling you, no better place than to be in a place like Florida to be able to take advantage of this as well too. When we talk about these kind of asset classes, it affords something so unique as compared to anything else. And that is the extension of what kind of a lifestyle you want to create. If you have a question about investing in short-term vacation rental, you need to be listening to the show. Please call in or text 321-339-1055. It's your host, Dawood Bedrasian. You're listening to Real Sense Now. Stay tuned after the break when I have my friend Sean Moore from Vodacy here with us live in the studio.